Already live.
Hey!
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? RDV here, and I'm here with Eric Breen. There's no Zach tonight. He somehow he wormed his way out of being here to help. He's helping a friend move. So he sounds like he has the worst of end of it because I've helped a friend move three. I've helped people. I've done moving three times. One for my sister. Actually, more than that. I helped my brother move twice. Helped my friend moved twice now. I'm trying to think what else. So it's like, it's just like I helped my sister. Like I've man, I've helped like siblings and friends move so many times. I should have just got paid. Because I paid the other way, either my lower back going out or my knee hurting. Couches suck. I always tell people it's like if you're moving, you're leaving your couch there because I'm not helping you move it. Because I've moved them, I've carried them upstairs, man. I've carried them up a spiral staircase. Did that. That sucked. This last one, and then before that, we were carrying a couch up. Kind of friends we see. He's like pivot. That's literally how we're doing. And literally because you're on the you get a platform, you go up the first landing, and then you turn. And I was just like, you gotta turn, pivot. And my friend's like laughing because he's like he understands the meme. So it was horrible. We were both laughing, but and dying at the same time with the couch.
Oh, so mine is light. Is one of those that are kind of hollow. But yeah, the other one in the other room that I like to have in here has a hide-a-bed. And I said my brother-in-law and I moved it out of an apartment about 10 or 11 years ago because he figured one of his daughters would want it.
Mm-hmm.
And we stashed it at my house because at the time I had room. Now I don't have room and they didn't want it. I can't move it.
Undig Quinn, it was not a 4-star. Up the second landing. And there's more than just going to the first landing. There was at least about 10 or 12. And then he had to turn, and then you go up another 12. And then you got to shimmy it so you could try to go left into the side because there's a wall, because otherwise there's no room on that upper platform because he lived on top of a 4-tenant building. And then the other one here is where he's at now, the condo, is like he had those like medieval, the way it was set up, it was a spiral wooden staircase. It wasn't like, it's not like the ones you see like where they had the really close ones, like the old school ones, the 40s and stuff, the 20s. Yeah. But I mean, dude, and of course, both couches are the ones he's the one that likes to have the recliner ones. So it has all the metal shit in it.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's like I wish it was 4 stairs, even with the metal ones, but it wasn't.
I'm not saying I've had this couch for a long time that I can't, but I set it up, vertical.
Yeah.
And my mom yelled at me to set it back down. And she yelled at me about it again the other day. I said, "Get back in your urn."
Oh, I do. Like I said, I haven't moved couches like I did. When I worked at Lowe's, we're moving appliances too, all stuff. That sucked.
I would love to move a couch. You know why?
So you can actually see the wall?
No, because it would prove I still could.
Oh.
But I don't think I could. I don't even think I could move this. I might be able to, but it would be rough at this point.
I'm getting to the point where if I get older, I'm just going to see like what's going to last longer, the couch or me, before it breaks. That's I always wondered.
The problem is this one. Yeah, the one I have, you can't rotate the cushions. So they've just kind of sunk. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't do anything to prop it up or anything like that. And it just sits there. And, when I sit in this, like when we do those streams, like a couple hours into the cover stream, I'll go to stand up and it's rough. But hey, anyway, that's not why we're here. We're not ranking the top 5 couches.
Oh, we're ranking the top 5 times our back went out. We're comparing wounds. You want to see that? You know where I got this scar? This is from the couch. No, just see, this is from when I fell down the stairs and the couch fell on top of me. No, yeah, glass, dude. I hate moving furniture with glass in it. I know what you're talking about. China huts, man. I have one. Those things are heavy, and especially with oak. Those are heavy.
Yeah, that's not happening again in this lifetime.
You know what though? The great thing about the old good furniture, well, not that it's heavy because that sucks, but it's not like the particle board they sell today that's gonna fall apart if you move it. You can at least move it, but you just call me Mel Gibson. Are you making a Lethal Weapon joke? I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but anyway, maybe it was. I don't know.
What the bleep?
I don't know.
Now I know why I was. Prairie Gods is from Mad Cave, and I just Googled it and it said it's coming out tomorrow. So, anywho,
yeah, I told my friend. Just last comment on this. I told him if you move again, and because he got a brand new couch, that's what it was. And then he was too cheap to pay the $200 to have him carried up the stairs. I told him next time you're paying them having to move the couch because this is bullshit.
Yeah, I got a big fat recliner that I need to get down a flight of stairs, and I'm too cheap to pay to have it done.
Yeah,
so I'm waiting for somebody that actually wants it and says, "Just go."
This guy, he works.
You get it out, you can have it.
You heard of Snap-on Tools?
Yeah.
My friend works there. He works at Snap-on the factory. He's got a decent paying job. His wife also works too. I mean, that used to mean something though. Back when we didn't have Carter, prices. But anyway, comic books, man. I got a few they're getting, this week. But I'm getting that point where I'm like, hey, Breen, remember those books we like the titles used to like? They're still coming out, but we're not able to read them because they suck. I'm getting that point where I'm finding out that titles that I like have become bad because the writing team's on them, not the artists.
Are you talking about? Is that affecting the indies or just Marvel and DC?
No, I'm talking. Well, right now for Marvel, for me, not indies yet. But as far as like talking about Batman, Daredevil, Thor, Hulk. I mean, X-Men.
Out of everything you mentioned, people like the Hulk. But it's not the Hulk I want. So that's fine. I mean, not everything has to be for everybody.
You know what it reminds you of? It's like having a Ryan North writing the Hulk. Looking compared to some of the early stuff.
But yeah, I said it sucks to have no interest in getting the Amazing Spider-Man or Batman.
Unfortunately,
and I said I would be reading Superman and Green Lantern still if it wasn't for Mark Waid, but that would be it. That's the only thing. Well, World's Finest because it was good, but I can't support the company, let alone something he writes.
Like I said, man, if these companies were to get backbone and say, like, if you're gonna talk about your politics, we're not working anymore. We don't care if you're conservative or liberal. Because obviously, I would rather just have someone write the story or do it or draw, whatever, and don't tell me what their politics are.
I don't mind. I don't expect these guys to have the same politics as me.
No.
But when you attack somebody,
that's what I mean, though.
After a guy was killed and you're bitching because you're hoping he was in an RFK shirt or that's going to guarantee that Cheeto Hitler is going to be reelected, then screw you.
That's what I mean. If Mark, because back in the day, Mark, these guys weren't tweeting, talking about their politics. I don't think Twitter didn't come around until 2009 or 10.
Yeah, but I mean, if you come out for the Democrat politician, that's fine. Just don't beat me over the head with it in your work or on social media, because that, unfortunately, it shouldn't matter, but it does.
No, like I said, like I said, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what Jeremy Adams' politics are. I'm loving his writing, and that's all that really matters to me. Like Mark Wade, I like your writing, but you took it 2 steps further. You told me what your politics are, and then you also said that I hope the guy gets murdered.
Jeff, keep up. Try to keep
that's
up. I said world's
that's
finest.
horrible. Yeah,
I won't read anything from DC because Mark Wade's such a such a dick.
Like I said, and there was a poll that was going on Twitter a couple days ago, and a lot of people were voting and saying, well, would you rather have people, comic creators, not tell you what their politics are? And guess what the vote was? They had 3 choices: yes, sure, or no, I don't know. Majority was yes. They don't want people telling them what their politics are. They just
I'm actually a little surprised by that, because
yeah,
the people that are left in the industry all agree with these guys. The people are still buying mostly.
Now,
but
I don't know if
out there than I thought.
I don't know if this is run by. It didn't say CG and or any stuff. I don't know, because I don't know who CG adjacent and all that are crap. I don't care about Comicsgate. I don't care about that stuff. I don't venture in that circle. But I mean, like, if that legitimately is the case, where a lot of people who are willing, they want to read these books, but they don't want the people, one, putting their politics, their viewpoints into the book, or they also don't want people saying like, hey, fuck Trump, or screw Joe Biden. I don't want any of that. All I want to know from you is that, one, let me believe you're a decent person by just writing good books, and I'll pretend you are.
Even without knowing where their politics are.
Yeah.
There's so many modern rules and unwritten rules for writing comics.
There is.
It's definitely. I said, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound sexist, but when the woman rides in on her white horse and rescues the damsel in distress, it's not the same. I said that's comics were built on being a male power fantasy, and at its core, because it was a hobby for boys.
Depends on the book. If you're writing a satire book like Deadpool, sure.
No, I know. I'm saying this.
But if it's
because I said
Spider-Man getting it over his head, and him taking up with She-Hulk, and She-Hulk kind of saving him.
When women cannot be in peril anymore in comics, that's taking a major storytelling tool and putting it and not being able to use it. But anyway, let's get on to ranking our top 5.
From a ranting to our ranking. No, alrighty. But shout out to everybody who popped in. I saw people pop in and pop out, probably because they don't like what we're saying, or just thought we're just gonna show you videos of comic books. I don't know. I'm not that exciting. I talk in a Ben Stein voice like this on purpose to put you to sleep. Yeah. Well, that's right, because we're getting ready for Wednesday night. But hello to Geek Easy, hello to Jay, hello to Undead Quinn, Dave, Marania, and Jay Lucian. I think I didn't say yet, but anyone else is watching, thank you for being here. Top 5. This is, if you're new here, this is where we talk about the new books coming out each week, and these are the books that we basically shoot 5 books from our pull list. These are the books we're really looking forward to. I put them in a particular order. Breen doesn't have to if he wants to, or he does. I don't know if he does. I don't think you do, but I mean, I put my books, and from 5 being my least excited. Why are not nice? Well, these are my least out of my, I guess you'd say, my most excited books. If it makes sense. Like number 1 is I'm really looking forward to, and then a little less, and a little less, and a little less. A little less, whatever. But yeah, my number 5 actually is a book we were talking about, and you're wondering, like, is it there or not? Is it there or not? Number 5 this week is A Dark Empty Void. Taking a chance on this. The cover art is done by the interior artist, from what I'm looking at. It's Chris Sheehan, and it's Zach Kaplan. He's the guy who wrote the book Eclipse, and he just wrote that other cool book we were just talking
Kill
about.
All Immortals.
Yeah, Kill Immortals. Scientists create a stable microscopic like black hole in a secret underground compound, but when they lose control, the black hole spews out a cosmic maelstrom. Strange, dangerous creatures, and most surprising, mysterious human teenage girl. Now a depressed but brilliant psychologist must help her estranged husband and the other scientists solve the mystery and close the black hole before it consumes all of Earth. Dare to witness a cosmic horror series that will amaze and terrify you. With hit comic creator Zach Kelman from Kill Mortals, Beyond Real, and Mindset. Fan favorite artist Christian from Automol. I've never heard of that, but I know House of Slaughter. Not Sergeant Slaughter, you maggots. But I was gonna say House of Slaughter, but that's just cringe. And Ringo nominated. Okay, I don't know what Ringo nominated.
Joe's a Ringo nominee.
Does that mean Ringo from the Beatles nominates you? The letter?
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Justin Birch, Rhoda Bones, and also House of Slaughter. Okay. All right. So yeah, I got two guys from basically from House of Slaughter. Cool. But dude, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. Like, it's painted art. I'm hoping it's good because this isn't bad for a painted cover, but I don't know what the action scenes are going to look like. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Do you have a number 5, or are you going with a 4?
Number 5,
all right.
Dark Empty Void.
What?
Let's go to number 4.
All right. All right. I don't want to scroll down too far for number 4 because I'm surprised it's in the second spot. The Ultimates is number 4. It beat up Miles Morales. And wait, Absolute Power got beat up by the Ultimates? Gee, I wonder. And then I beat out Daredevil, Thor, Poison Ivy, Incredible Hulk, Spawn, X-Men, Spider-Man. What? Birds of Prey? All those got beat out. Look at that. My number 4 for this week is a number 4 of the Ultimates. Telling the story of Reed Richards and how he became this universe's Doctor Doom. He's in the years of secret of torture at the hands of the Maker, finally catch up with him in his secret history of the real Reed Richards. And tensions rise among the Ultimates when Doom might be more fixated on recreating the life he should have had than the life he's got. Guest starring is Benjamin Grimm, Iron Lad, Jonathan Storm, the Maker, Sue the Storm. Obviously, I've been wondering, where is Ben? Where is Johnny? And where's Sue in this universe? Are they dead? Yeah. I like this. So the 125 Mobley variants. He's just peeling the mask off, the Maker mask, and it's Doom underneath. Crazy. You know, be even more crazy if like it turns out like it's at some point that the Maker is actually the Doctor Doom on this team. Wouldn't that be messed up? But they won't do that though. But that is my number 4 of this week. Let's go to your number 4, my good friend.
Well, for lack of anything better,
yeah,
let's go down to the Santos sisters.
Santos sisters?
Jesus, jumping Jehoshaphat. What has happened to my Red Sox?
I don't know. I can't see your TV.
Well, I wish I couldn't either. Lord have mercy.
Just channel your inner Alicia. What Santos sisters?
It's farther down.
Is the name of the title called Santos?
Yes, Santos sisters. It looks kind of like Archie stuff, but it's more adult oriented. Not perv adult, but I mean it's more. It's there. It is.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Or for fans of the MLB Network, the Sierra.
I've never heard of American Nature before. John, it's a Christian. It looks like John 3:16. Might be.
No,
There's
it's
a
not. It's
cross.
definitely. It's not. It's not religion.
Well, it has a cross here, and it says John 3:16. So I don't know what that means, but I don't know. Psalms 19:11, 19:1. So I don't know. Santos sisters face off against the notorious Manzanillo assassins, whose leader Blue Agua has one scaly goal: breeding with Todd. What? Plus, the clock keeps ticking. And what time is it, Saga? Newsprint. Ooh, newsprint. Ooh, no wonder it's $5. And it says Indy. Greg Petre and you got brothers writing this.
No, I said I've read a couple and liked them. So
There's a cover artist. Sorry, cover artist.
if this comes out, I'll pick it up tomorrow.
I don't think either of my shops will have this. So they have to be a special order. Yeah. Huh. Crazy.
But if we didn't get it, then that's fine also, because I mean it's.
Look, there's no variant.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you went indie, bro. You went indie. Indie Breen. All right, number 3 for me. I guess is this still considered indie when you go to Titan Books? I think Titans are becoming more popular now. But I'm going to scroll down and keep scrolling. I think it is Conan, Battle of the Black Stone, issue number 1. This is Jim Zub and Jonas Scharf. I've never heard of him. But apparently, worked in Dark X-Men and Ballistic. So it's not the other guy. It's not Bright, whatever is that? Bright White, you guys like? So it's not him. Conan the Sumerian is haunted by shadows, living nightmares connected to a mysterious eye symbol etched in black stone. Cool, I just noticed the monster behind it. I didn't realize that the tree monster or thing. And unspeakable evil looms over the Hibernian age. As every age connected to it, it will take more than a lone barbarian to stop its relentless march upon time, space, and sanity. Ooh, he's going to have cameos? I don't know. They didn't see it. Earth 616? What? No. Can't be connected to Marvel. But, maybe he'll tell me who the other person is. Is anybody here? Nope, this other warriors, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, it's Conan. It's Jim Zub. It's not the normal artist that it's usually working with him. So, yeah, maybe it'll be good. But that is my number 4 for this week. What are we going on here?
I think I'm gonna pick up the new Sabrina.
Really?
Yeah, it's cartoony. It's all ages, but it's either that or cruel, whatever the unusual, cruel, whatever, cruel universe or whatever. And I'll pick that up, but it just, I'm not excited for it. I think all 3 of them have been let down so far.
I'm surprised you checked the Batman Scooby-Doo's. I haven't heard anything bad about these at all.
I'm sorry, who publishes that?
Not Mark Waid.
No, well, it's...
Hey, if you can pick up back issues, my friend.
It's not the same thing. Because once they're out, none of it gets back to that prick.
Exactly. All right. What was the first one you said? You said
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah, it should be a couple more rows down.
Archie Jumbo Comics. Secret Wars.
There it is, next row. Under Cyber Frog, or Cyber, whatever.
Cyber Dog. I don't know, whatever. Diary of Heather Swain. Although lead story introducing the malevolent Mother Striga. Huh. Let's see if I can find that character that you don't like and run the book for you. Just kidding. Ian Flynn, though. Ian Flynn is cool. I believe Ian Flynn is the guy he was writing Sonic.
Oh, speaking of Archie books, remember the Archie the Decision where Betty and or Archie finally chooses
Yeah.
that King wrote?
Yep.
Joe recommended it.
Wait, the one with Dan Parent and Tom King with
Yeah.
retcon trans character?
Huh. No. That was Haunted Cursed Library.
Okay. Well,
this was Archie the Decision where it said after 82 years, he finally chooses between Betty and Veronica. But, Joe liked it. And, Joe's not a Tom King fan per se. So I may check that out. Came out last week, apparently.
So, like I said, this is Ian Flynn, this guy we read a couple Archie Sonic the Hedgehogs on the channel here. And, this is the Ian Flynn, same writer for that. So I think you're going to get a good story because this guy.
I read The Last Sabrina. I think he might have written that as well, and I liked it, so why not?
Yeah, it's a one shot. It's $3.99. It's cheaper than most new books. Yeah. So go ahead, go for it, man. That's awesome. Just trying to see MK30. I find you too entertaining. Are you talking to the people in the chat or us?
And something that Undead said. It's supposed to pick up Dwellings All Hallows Eve special. I looked that up. It says not coming until 2025. Is that the was done in the old Harvey style? I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was okay. It was entertaining. It was cotton candy entertainment, but so are most things on the USA Network. So it's
so was a announcer commentary calling a Tiger Driver, Tiger Bomb, underhook, whatever he called it. People were getting upset on Raw because the Joe guy, the new guy,
Testator,
called Tiger Bomb, which is normally what it's been famous for. The move, he called it underhook power bomb or something. I was like, what? Or I don't know. What is like?
Well, you know where that guy's from, don't you?
He's from movies.
No, college football. Joe Testator is a college football announcer.
But I think I was looking at him. I think he's also from movies, isn't he? He was an actor?
Nah.
It reminds me of the guy who just did Shark Week last year, or what his name is. I'll have to look it again. But anyway, Rook Exodus is my number 2 for this week. Looking forward to this. This is picking up with the action, everything. Last issue, the main bad guy to made his move to take over the big, basically the big compound where all the work kids wants to get access to all the different helmets, and he knocked the good guy off the bridge and he fell into the water. It was basically to his doom. So this is continuing that. Ursa, ruler of Exodus, book Rook. Food for the vultures, left for dead after the issue's slobber knocker. Thank you, JR. Rook faces his greatest fears as the animal world completely turns against him, and without them, he's frankly better off dead. Oh. Also, what does Ursa plan to do with his prize?
I can hear it now. Good God, that's Rook's music. Remember that one? That's Stone Cold's music.
Oh my God, he just broke him in half.
He stopped a mud hole and walked it dry.
It's Austin. It's Austin. Austin is here. Oh, I love JR. Whenever if he comes out for one match, I don't care.
I said I was thrilled that he was healthy enough to go over there to the All In.
Oh yeah, he said. Obviously, I mean, the last time I saw, it was a couple years ago when they had their Raw anniversary, and when they had one. Actually, no, it was a while back. If I think about it, ECW one night or one last show, was they had the DX reunited too, right in the Madison Square Garden where they had the ECW ring was. Yeah, it was great. You had Sandman came back and stuff, and then they panned to like Jr. And Jerry Lawler. They both had fallen asleep
Hmm.
on air because the whole entire like 2 hours or 3 hours of Raw, they were never talked to. So no wonder they fell asleep in their chairs. So I was like, oh, like it'll wake them up. I was loving that. But that was like I want to say that was like 2015 maybe, or
I think Ross has been gone longer than that. I think he'd been gone for a few years before AEW was formed. So that's
no, but
no,
I
just
no,
2015.
no. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just saying it was Jr. and Jerry Lawler were the special announcers. They come back in around that, because they but because you still had Michael Cole, you had Corey, whatever his name is, and I think you also had Coach. I think Coach was still there, but anyway, yeah, looking forward to this, man. It's the series will make a decent Amazon Prime show. Can't be worse than Ring of Powers. But that is my number 2 this week.
Well, that's my number 2 also, and we will obviously have the same number 1. So let's get Fury to it.
Will this show be done in 1 hour or less?
Well, we're definitely gonna have time to look at the trades.
All right, where is Fury? How far down is it?
There we go.
Oh yeah, another one. Oh, I want to get this. Cantwell's on it. It's like, thanks, Cantwell for running Plastic Man. He is plastic, and it makes sense. Plastic Man no more because it's Cantwell running it. Also, Mary Jane and a Venom War book.
Was
Powers?
Yeah, Chris Cantwell. When Jackson Lansing, or when Jackson and Lansing, is that their names?
Kelly and Lansing.
Yeah, when Kelly and Lansing don't answer the phone.
Yeah, when they don't want when they turn that book, they give it to Cantwell. Meanwhile, Bobby Hill and Jason Burrows. Sorry, every time I look at him, he looks like Bobby Hill.
I was going to say, Bobby Hill and Carrie Beagler after a trim.
Right. Dude, like I said, you thought things were looking bleak and rolling for last issue? You were right, but things get worse for your else. Last issue, the ending of last issue, he just unloads, just shoots all the military guys in the one room, and it is loud. And now they're gonna go to the prison now where Fury is being held, captive. They're gonna go in there. I'm just like, I'm thinking that's where it's going. It's just like, oh, I just want to see this, and I love this how it shows you this, like everything that's going in the skull, what's going on. And it's all giant skull. And then
I have to agree with Maranya from the beginning of the beginning of the chat. I give this a 10.
Yeah, it's a fantastic cover. And uses negative space pretty well. It's like a tribute to Vince Scaletta. So they forgot the little spot here though. And it's only one cover. One cover, guys.
God,
Dave Johnson doing the cover here.
God, so if the Sierra Santos sisters comes out tomorrow, in case you're wondering who that is, she's a well-endowed lady that works on MLB Network.
Really?
And she's what do the kids say? She's a smoke show. But if that comes out, I'll have 2 books on my pull list that don't have variant covers.
Wow,
I know.
And it's weird having a Marvel cover doesn't have a like. I'm surprised they didn't do a
Marvel is so embarrassed to be publishing this that I can't believe they are.
I can't believe there's not a blood variant. Blood-based variant.
Like I said, I truly, I'm glad that somebody there let this get out, but I don't know why it is, because as someone pointed out, they're the 2 characters that Marvel has worked very hard to erase.
Yes, White Nick Fury and Frank Castle.
Yeah. Again, it's said when ideology trumps making money because I'm sorry, that's a Frank Castle Punisher is going to sell more than whoever that meatball is. I don't think anybody. I don't know that Nick Fury's ever moved the needle sales wise. He's in a book. You're not gonna. That's not going to be why you buy or not buy a book.
I mean, if Steranko's on the book in the back in the day, the miniseries.
Well, no, because he only stayed 4. He did 1, 3, 4, and 5, I think, and then left.
I imagine that series did well though.
Well, the first couple might have, but bear in mind, in those days that didn't necessarily matter because X-Men were canceled while Neil Adams was the artist. Green Lantern, Green Arrow was canceled while Neil Adams was the artist. The comic book fans, superhero comic fans, didn't really want that. And I'm not saying Steranko is stylized. Adams was hyper realistic, but fans didn't particularly want that in their superhero comics. That's why Kurt Swan's of the world were prolific for decades. That didn't really start changing until, God, I want to say late 70s, because I love Gil Kane, but he's a comic book artist. I mean, it's not realistic by any stretch. But yeah, so I don't know how well, but I don't, I'm sure, I know now seeing Steranko on a book is more expensive. It makes it more expensive, and he's not. I don't know if it made it any more desirable back in the 60s. Or if it was more his just overall creativity.
Yeah. I read the advanced issue. If into Vertigo books, you'll like this. John James Johnson killed on the covers. Okay, cool. Minor Arcana #1 is, I guess, this is #1 for the week. Did he have a 2? Or is he just saying it's I didn't see any other numbers. I'm scrolling up right now.
Speaking of art, getting back from last night, as fate would have it, I was scrolling through X today.
Yeah,
saw Michael Baer Ms. Marvel sketch, and I sent it to him. It was nice. Like I said, I wish that guy had done more.
Is tonight Gil Kane?
Yeah.
Oh man. Like I said, those Crypto Shadows, Tomb of Darkness. I only heard of two. I thought there was Tomb of Drac. I'm like, what is this offshoot Tomb of Darkness?
It's reprints.
But still, it's not Tomb of Shadows though. It's a Tomb of Darkness is something else.
Right, there's Crypto Shadows and Tomb of Darkness, which it started as a book called Beware.
Ah, okay.
But again, those were just all the Atlas, because Atlas published dozens of horror titles pre-code, because Martin Goodman never met a trend he wouldn't exploit into the ground. And there's so much to mine from out there. And they were mining it in the 70s.
All right, just cutting down some of these. I want to look at freaking manga. All right. So all right. Void Rebels, Volume 2, is coming out. Looks like you got 2 different covers. You get this. I mean, obviously, I would go for the spinner. Go for him. City of Madness. I don't know who did this one. $30. Does this sound familiar? Is this new? Or is this old?
Does not sound familiar to me now.
It's probably new. I bet it's Tom King. Or someone I don't like. Tom King or Tom Taylor? Christian Ward. Never heard of this. Underneath the guy who's just another Gotham. This Gotham below is a living nightmare populated by twisted mirrors of our Gotham's residents. Fueled by the fear and hatred flowing down from above, for decades, the doorway between the cities has been sealed and heavily guarded by the Court of Owls. Now that door swings wide open, and a twisted version of Dark Knight has escaped. Oh, great. I guess maybe cosmic horror with Batman. Batman fighting evil Batman. Ain't the first time, but yeah, it's $30 coming out. There you go for $10. Here's a little compact ones. Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens.
If that's the 2009 series,
The Skill March and Paul Dini.
yeah, you would do well to pick that up tomorrow.
I'm picking up all the $10 ones.
Okay, that was an excellent series. It's just amazing how far all three characters have fallen in 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they basically new agenda that's their own. They'll use any means necessary to pursue it, but can they get along, work as a team?
And who was writing this?
Paul Dini.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how so because now a man would not be allowed to write any of these characters, and that's the problem.
This is 1 through 13. It must be the whole terrible.
No, it'll be done in 2 though. It lasted, I think, 25 or 6 issues.
Okay. Okay. So it's got the first one. So maybe they'll release the second one. I don't know. But 1 through 13. Gil March is also a good thing.
Oh, look, there's Mark and Draco, the gay writer that doesn't feel the need to let you know that he is every other page. I've always liked him.
Geeky. That's close in there too.
Do you know Gaggy or whatever his name is?
Was the original sidekick, wasn't he?
Well, his first appearance, I think, was Batman 186.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he appeared again for decades, but and that was back when the Joker, it was during the Batman 66 era, so the Joker didn't kill in those days. Because he started off as a homicidal maniac, then went through the, just pranks, kind of like a prankster, and then Denny O'Neil, made him a homicidal maniac again.
Thomas Elliott's in this too. Cool. I didn't know that. What else you got here? Invincible manga sized, volume 5 coming out for $15. And then here's Joker. DC Comics.
So far, so good.
Brian Azzarello and Lee Brahimo. Feral, if you've not checked this out, this is a very fun book. You can skip Amazon's Attack. No one cares about that. No one cares about Spider-Punk. X Factor's coming out. Original X-Men. That's cool. War of the Gods, it kind of ended kind of weird. I didn't really care for the endings much. Carnage Volume 2 was actually written by Torun Grönbeck. And it's also doing the art here too. It's a guy who we liked, the guy who was doing Big Game. It's that Perez guy or whatever it was.
Pepe Larraz?
Pepe Larraz, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I can't see. It looks like a P or an L. I know that he was working on it for a while. Yeah, no, it's just Pepe Perez or Pepe Perez.
Oh, okay. Not
okay.
Pepe Larraz.
Yeah, not Pepe Larraz, but like I said, I dipped into it a couple times. I thought it was all right. I mean, I'm just curious about how good it is because Marvel likes to make people control their writers, something they can do. And she always fights to write good stories.
Carnage.
It's okay. I understand, like, seeing Carnage and Venom constantly everywhere. I hated Agent Venom.
No, I just never liked the concept because it's there when the character's only MO is to kill as many innocent people as he can. It's like the Joker without even what little nuance the Joker has.
So here's my thing: you have Carnage, and you have him released in a story once every 20 years.
Yeah, and that doesn't work like that when you have a character that people like. They just
I understand that, yeah, but people you overuse it too much. But I mean, as far as the symbiotes are used a lot too. I did not like Flash Thompson, like giving him making the Venom symbiote, making him a Agent Flat or Agent Venom was a cop out. He lost his legs, and then they're trying to retcon it, saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 no, he lost his legs, but we're gonna bring him back and do something with this character." No, it's like you could do more than that. How about you go back to Civil War, before when he actually was a gym school, he was a gym teacher, PE teacher. Peter Parker was working as a science teacher. Why don't just do that? You know?
Well, Marvel's never figured out what to do with Flash. Here's the problem with Flash. Over the years, Marvel or Flash and Peter became not only good friends, best friends, but later generations that couldn't be bothered to research. They go, well, what do we know about Flash Thompson? Oh, he used to bully him in high school.
Yeah.
So now he's back to bullying Peter Parker in adulthood.
Yeah.
It's like they can't, and occasionally you'll get a writer that knows their friends and just like pinballs back and forth. And so that they don't know what to do with that character. They should have left him dead.
It was so great watching, or not watching, but reading as you got into these older books, especially right before Civil War. You see how Liz basically had moved on from crushing over Peter and stuff, got married. She did the whole thing with Harry, got married to Harry. They moved on. She even became she actually, in one story, she actually became like her own, not Oscorp, but she had her own business stuff. It was kind of cool. And they had little Normie Jr. I like that, and you seeing Flash is all grown up. He served in. We watched him go to Vietnam. He came back and he, didn't have his legs.
You don't need to make look. Harry Osborn taking up the Green Goblin. That made sense. A family history of maybe mental.
And he did it one more time to protect people.
Well, then he turned full heel and terrorized Peter Parker. But again, the best either here nor there. Flash Thompson was never meant to be a superhero. No. Remember the story when we read the Razorback story?
Yeah,
that's Flash Thompson. Good enough to help tough enough to help out, but not tough enough to get
helping Peter with his helping save his girlfriend.
Right. So it was Flash's girlfriend that was
Flash's girlfriend
married Ahmed, but like I said, it's just this idea now that all the characters have to have a family of superpowered characters, and you can't just have supporting casts anymore. They all have to have powers. And again, like I said, it's if you want to, that's one of the many reasons why I don't read mainstream superhero
Spider-Man comics. Growing up, his supporting cast also grows up. They're no longer in high school. We watch them in high school and we watch them in college. Now we're seeing them older as adults.
And it's a shame that they're basically all dead.
Yeah.
Because most people don't realize this, and you wouldn't if you had been reading comics for 1,000 years like I have.
Yep.
In the 80s, they tried to give Peter a new supporting cast. There was a guy named Steve Hopkins. There was Philip Chang. There was Deborah Whitman. There was Marcy Kane. And a couple other people here and there. None of them stuck. They were all pretty much written out. Marcy Kane ended up being, I think, an alien princess that went off with Jack of Hearts. Deborah Whitman went insane and wrote a tell-all book.
Deborah Whitman actually came popular enough to be on the 1994 cartoon series.
But but this, it's a shame that Harry's dead. Flash is, I don't know what the fuck Flash is. Gwen is dead. Mary Jane is character dead. So it's just, like I said, there's nothing left of Spider-Man to care about. If you're, again, I said, I don't mean to sound like that.
Like I said, even the Black Cat fans are pissed off.
I don't mean to be like the yelling at the cloud guy, but
no,
it's just there's no there anymore. Hell, I would even take the 80s cast back at this point, but
but luckily though, as much as we're talking about there's bad stuff that's been happening, there are still good books. Ultimate Spider-Man has been a fresh oh my god, it's just been a huge just blast of fresh, pure oxygen in a world where it's just full of just fecal matter floating in the air.
In a world of fecal matter floating in the air. Sorry.
Yes. Comes a comic. It comes with
an
oxygen mask
that flushes it all down the toilet and gives us what we want. Yeah. That's actually, speaking of, a couple of our pals are over doing the best of I guess August. Yeah, so catch the rebroadcast of Pop by Culture.
Oh, they're doing the best of August?
I think so.
Oh.
And maybe, featuring Josh and everybody's favorite curmudgeon, Aaron Sparrow.
Oh, I think you say Drew.
Oh, Drew's a ray of sunshine compared to Aaron.
I know. I'm giving Drew some shit because sometimes like I don't agree with his takes, but he's a cool dude.
He reads the books. That's good enough for me. I'll accept.
Yeah.
So he reads them all. So anyway,
that being said, if you guys want to donate $80 so we can help Aaron get his money back.
Pay for that AEW game that I know he plays way more than he lets on.
Yeah, probably. X Factor, here's Omnibus coming out. Hardcover. Elseworld Superman, Volume 1. They're releasing like 3 volumes, I guess. Those soft trade covers. These are actually decent prices for $35 for a trade.
I read a great Elseworld Superman 2 days ago called Superman Inc., where he fell to Earth and was hit by this traveling salesman who was drunk. And when the kid turned out to not be dead, he took that as a sign to change his life. So he rides off to be seen later in the book, but he drops him off at the police precinct and gets adopted by not the Kents. And the father, I think, dies of a heart when he sees him like with his strength. And the mother dies of a heart attack over his powers also eventually. But he grows up basically to be a narcissist. And his powers haven't fully developed. And he's like the world's greatest athlete. And he's kind of like he's like everybody's best friend until the camera stops rolling. Then he's like a prick.
This was in here. Superman's included in this. This collects Superman, Speeding
That's the one. And
Superman Cal, Superman Distant Fires, A Nation Divided, Superman Inc., and then War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds is good too. It's set in the late 30s.
Like I said,
the original story. Yeah, I don't know that I would get that book per se, but yeah, Superman Inc. was a great read. Well, if you don't have any of them, then I would recommend.
I know, yeah. Superman the Man, yeah. Oh man, Medieval Knight.
Morania's because he didn't have the Kent's influence. He was a dick. He was a dick, but not 100%. And of course, there's Lex Luthor in there, and Lois Lane, just kind of slightly different personas.
Oh, look at that. We got not only got Michael Larkin there, we got Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, we got Roger Stern, J.M. DeMatteis, Howard Shakin. Wow.
Roy Thomas wrote, I believe, the War of the Worlds one.
No, he wrote everything. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saving that for the Geeky Puppet Show because I still the more I get, I'm not in an industry where people just routinely suck. I'm not going to turn on him for that.
So, alrighty though, but 368 pages for $35, perfect bound. Nice. Deadpool, if you like that, it's going on. Johnny Handsome. Looks like Christopher Priest is writing some of these, and Lightfield's on there too as well. And Frank Gorkin. I don't know. Jeff Johns, there you go, Flashpoint. And here's your Teenage Mutant Turtles Compendium, Volume 3. If those are into that. Conan the Barbarian is also coming out. Omnibus Volume 2 comes out this week. Many more for Power Rangers, for those who like that. Those are always been hearing nothing but good stuff about that. Joker Killer Smile, which was brought up earlier in the chat. Jeff Lemire. Yep. Then what I'm personally getting is the Thor book. But I don't know which one I want. I like the classic Thor. But I also like the new Thor.
I think the classic Thor is a better rendition of what is being homaged in the
yeah
one to the left, because that's the original cover of 126, and I have that book again.
Nice. Cool. And that's $16. So yeah, it's a little more expensive than the other. But then we got here Darkhold Saga of the Book of Sins. It's probably a new. Mystic is finally being collected all together. Aaron Lepresti does work on here too, apparently.
Yeah.
Black Hammer has been collected in Volume 4. And Fantagraphics doing Palestine. I'm not sure what that's about, but Sheena. If you don't have that, you should get that. If you don't have Vampire Dead Flowers,
that's right. Sheena has quality editing.
Joseph Corallo is the editor on there, but we call him Joe. They said Frazetta. Sarah Frazetta writes this, and it's drawn in black and white, if I remember correctly. It was actually really good. I think this is a good story. Glid Vampirella monster story. Her helping out a young father and daughter that's basically being taken advantage of by this former villain of hers, who's like basically on his deathbed, and his witch of assistant. I don't know what this is. The story of Mr. Jones hardcover. Andrea Chalupa, or I think it's Chalupa. Andrea Chalupa and Ivan Rodriguez. Shadow Stalin, the story of Mr. Jones. I guess the art of the cup had shown up really into that, and then Sea of Thieves.
Good. So, I escape unscathed tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. Well, I cut all the manga because I didn't want you to buy manga this week. Right?
Yeah, I appreciate that. you know how out of control I get.
Exactly. You're like, oh, I want this one. I want this one. I want this weird one.
I used to do that with manga.
Dude, when I was 16, I was buying manga. As soon as I got like by age 20, I was like, I'm getting too old because I'm the oldest one here. And then it was like, where was I at? I was at Borders. That's what I was at back in the day. Borders was like, there's Walden Books, you had Borders, and then you had Barnes and Noble, and then my manga, like my comic book store. But I was like, I always went to Borders because it was right by the mall, and Walden Books was inside the mall. So if they didn't have it at Walden Books, I just go right across the parking lot, go to Borders, and Borders was cool because they had it they had the comic book stuff upstairs. But then it was weird. The manga was downstairs towards the back, like hidden. Like if in Ghostbusters, you go in the basement. That's how I felt like. I was like, man, this is like in the dungeon part of the Borders. It was like in the dark. I was like, and I'm going there. And it's like, okay, I like this one here. And I'm like, oh, there's kids coming. I'm gonna go look at something else. So it just looks like you got a creepy old guy. Even though I'm in my early 20s. When you're a 15-year-old looking at manga and there's a guy in his 20s like lingering around looking at manga, it's like you're like, no, I'm gonna go the other direction. I just felt self-conscious about that. I didn't have the beard going though. I didn't have that stuff yet. Yeah, it wasn't bad as I don't think it was ever as bad as Peach Fuzz or Pixel PFP. But anyway, though, as we gave those books to E to make room for manga, I want to thank everybody who's been watching on the YouTube, and then whoever's watching on Twitch. Thank you for watching as well, because it says we have 12 people watching, or at least it says we have more people watching than there actually is in the actual YouTube chat. So. But anyway, thank you all for being here. And if you guys want to see something really cool, go check out the Paralympics. There was a guy with no arms who swam like a dolphin, and like from Brazil, and like he beat out everybody else. is crazy to watch. You know, I'm thinking like he was first of all he's short, so he's probably like barely 5 feet if he is, and then when he kicks off like from the wall, he's holding onto a towel in his teeth, and they lure him back, and then he lets go, and then he goes under the water and swims. It is so crazy. Check it out. But ever heard of Barnes and Noble or Newberry Comics? MK, I did mention Barnes and Noble. I go to Walnut Books, Barnes and Noble, Borders, or my comic book store for. I've never heard of Newberry Comics though. I've heard of Newberry Eggs or Cadbury. Newberry, wasn't that a town or something that in the comic book or a show? Newberry, the town of Newberry. The town of Newberry. Sounds familiar.
Mayberry,
yeah. Maybe Newberry was the new one. No. Alrighty though, summer. Great to see you here too. Superpower Puff Girls number 2 was better than number 1. Dude, that's score. I saw the first one was out. I was kind of like, okay, maybe it's be good, but Powerpuff Girl wasn't really my thing. You know, I was more a Dexter's Lab guy, and I just found out that the voice actress who actually did who spoke for a lot of my characters I liked, she passed away. She was the voice for Dexter. She died a while back. She had blood cancer. Died at 51 years old. 50 years old, right around there. Sucks. But all right. He's been a super dick since the 30s. Probably about Superman. Which one is a bigger douche nozzle? Injustice or Ultraman? I mean, Injustice, I would say, is the worst version of Superman because he was good, raised good, and then he went evil. Ultraman was just straight up evil all their time. So I think that as far as who's worse, I would say that the Injustice, because Injustice was raised right, but because he couldn't deal with the fact that he murdered Lois while being tricked by the Joker, and Harley Quinn, yeah. But anyway, Christina Kavanaugh. That sounds familiar. I'm sure that is. So, if you guys haven't already done so, please click like, do the subscribe thing. I was looking through the analytics, and it says a lot of people don't have the YouTube notifications enabled, or just even this. I'm guessing that must be mobile or desktop notifications. But as far as even the YouTube, nobody's clicking the bells, and not even as much. For a while, we had almost 20. It goes from 19 to 25% is supposed to be the really good, so, and all of a sudden it's we're dropping down below that as the so I don't know, maybe guys are just getting sick of our stuff, or YouTube unsubscribed you always. But like I said, good thing though is always make sure you guys are always checking that you guys are if you're not getting notifications, make sure that your notifications are turned on in the gear settings, your settings for your YouTube. Yeah. You know what, Jackson? Thank you for having them on though. I mean, I'm glad you ignore them. We don't get to see you. But
so we wrap this up.
Hey, you know what? Go eat, old man.
I already did that.
I'm old. I want to eat and all blah blah. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Dave and all the guys and the girls. Anyone else watching has commented. Thank you for being here. And Ronald Rugg's coming either this Friday or Sunday to making his whatever debut is.
It'll be 35th.
35th. He's coming back. We're gonna have a full cast again. Crazy. Now we just need to get Rod.
I think he's retired.
We'll bring him out for one night only. And Frugal, if you're watching this, which I doubt you are, get your butt on here for a Captain America reading. Poser. All right. See you guys later. Not sure if there is going to be a stream where I love comics for a cover ranking, but
it is. We already sent the link.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Okay, night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see
All right.
everybody over there in about 10 minutes.
Come watch us. It's just me and Brain talking the most because he's going to be blipping in and out. We're going to play a drinking game. Well, I'm going to drink water. So is Brain. All right. See you later, guys.
Later.